U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping will make state visits next week to South Korea, which is hosting the APEC Leaders Summit. President Lee Jae-myung will hold meetings with Mr. Trump and Mr. Xi separately. Well, CNA's senior correspondent Lim Yeon-suk sat down with the Foreign Minister Cho Hyun in an exclusive interview to hear his thoughts on how Seoul hopes to balance relations between the U.S. and China and on other regional issues.
It would be a meaningful visit for President Xi Jinping. It's happening in 11 years' time. So we look forward to it. And when we talk about balancing, we don't mean that we are standing in the middle. Depending on the issues, we can have cooperation with China, but somewhat different ideas with China.
What outcome would be most important for South Korea during that summit?
Above all, trust building with the new government, because the previous Korean government has been rather criticized for its statements and foreign policy by China. But now I think this is good time for us to improve the relationship without losing our basic policy and identity.
But recently China has sanctioned South Korean companies like Hanwha Ocean. Is this something that could come up during the summit meeting?
Well, I am concerned about the specific sanction on this company, but we will be able to sort out such problems. And China seems to be fully aware of the need for cooperation with Korea as well.
Well, if we can talk about the South Korea and the United States is still negotiating a trade deal. Are you optimistic that you might be able to have a trade deal before the end of the month?
It's a good possibility, so I remain optimistic, but maybe cautiously.
You said earlier also that there was a rough agreement on security and that Seoul is seeking to sign a deal with the United States. What areas of consensus have been agreed?
A number of important issues under the circumstances. So modernization of the Korean defense and enhancement of ally relationship, all of these things have been discussed.
Is this something that we can look forward to during APEC, the signing between the two countries?
It's again a possibility. We are trying to incorporate all the things, including the tariff issues, to be concluded as a single undertaking. But it's something we have to fine-tune before the visit of President Trump.
Minister, you said in Parliament earlier that the U.S. is not the same cooperative partner it once was. What specifically has changed?
We were requested to put money for investment. Yes, we can make it a win-win outcome, but still it has been an unprecedented request from an ally. But there are many positive things. I feel that the traditional ally relationship has to be adjusted to the changing challenges of the world.
President Lee Jae-myung recently said that Seoul would accept a freeze first step in denuclearizing North Korea. Is this something that you've proposed or discussed with Secretary Rubio's team? And is this something that Washington would be open to?
Well, we've been talking about it very closely with the only purpose that first we reduce the tension on the Korean Peninsula and then try to achieve rather permanent peace settlement and finally achieve dismantlement of nuclear, that is denuclearization And these objectives are very important to us, and it's been keenly discussed with America.
There's a lot of talk of possibly President Trump going to the DMZ to meet with Kim Jong-un.
It remains a possibility, and I still do not want to preclude that possibility.
But is that something that South Korea is hoping will take place?
If it happens, we will support it. We will try our best to make this meeting successful.
Well, in Japan, your nearest neighbor, it has a new prime minister now. Do you expect her to take a hawkish stance on relations with South Korea?
I don't think so, because yes, indeed, this is a new government, new leader, but President Lee Jae-myung has established, restored a shuttle diplomacy, and we have done what we can. So the new leader, well, will be able to live up to our expectations. There was a frame that President Lee Jae-myung, before he was elected, would become anti-Japan. But it has not it has been proven not to be the case. I think we can think about the case, and under the circumstances of the changed international situation, the Japanese leader might also think about the need for a closer relationship with Korea.